other services designed with you in mind. FBN Bank, you first.
Make I tell you, you go lose your Vodafone number permanently if you no go complete your SIM card re-registration. National Communications Authority, they disconnect all numbers where they no register by 31st May. This means say your own number go make yawa. If you won't re-register your Vodafone SIM card, make you just dial *404#. Then follow the prompt, make you complete the phase 1 of the process. Again, you go fit go any Vodafone retail center or any agent, then complete the re-registration process. Can I say you go plus your Ghana card and your GPS code? No be so stress. Make you re-register now for free 4GB data plus 100 minutes talk time. In case you didn't hear more info, send SMS to 655 on Vodafone.
Vodafone, further together.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Hello, fellow citizens. Are you worried about where to treat your kidneys and liver diseases? Well, let me use this opportunity to introduce to you the best kidney and liver health facility in Ghana. Big Dank Healthcare offers treatment and management of the following: fatty liver, kidney stones, hydronephrosis, pyelonephritis, hepatomegaly, protein in the urine, and many more. Visit Big Dank Healthcare to see a kidney and liver specialist, Dr. Victor Nanadankwa, who has been awarded and honored by UN as the icon of peace by Highstone International University, Texas, USA. Big Dank Healthcare, a Ghana Health Service certified healthcare facility, is licensed under the Traditional Medicine Practice Council with 100% natural medicine from India for all treatments. Visit Big Dank Healthcare on the Spintex Road, Coca-Cola roundabout, behind Standard Chartered Bank. You can also call Big Dank Healthcare on 0549 951 211 or 0502 661 346.
Sweet, sweet mothers, how could we ever forget you? This year, on Mother's Day, we plan to do quite the festive opposite. What better way to show out for our beloved matriarchs than an entire evening dedicated to celebrating the phenomenon that is motherhood. Mama's boys and mama's girls, for all their love and sacrifices, here comes the ultimate Mother's Day gift. Picture this: a flavorous Ghanaian spread with countless mouth-watering treats, just like Mama's cooking. A glitzy dance floor serenaded by Mama's favorite tunes, just for Mama to boogie. And a stunningly intricate portrait of Mama, just to remind Mama how truly beautiful she is. Join us on Sunday, the 14th of May, 2023 at 4 p.m. for an enchanting evening of appreciation and enjoyment for our feminine support systems. The venue is at the City Gardens, number 5, Ola Hansen Lane, Tesano, and the rate is a cool 350 Ghana cedis. It's going to be an evening of Ghanaian food, dance, and the celebration of motherhood. So book now and secure a seat for Mama at the A Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner now. For more enquiries, call 020-5973-973. The A Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner is powered by Citi TV with support from Citi FM and is sponsored by Dano Milk and Tasty Tom and supported by the Juice Guy and Verve du Vernet.
Awesome is not enough when you can amplify it. I mean, way up. If your phone doesn't have a 5000 mAh battery that allows you to use it from morning to night for 2 days, or a super fast processor that makes you stream, download, and game at high speed, or a 50 megapixel camera that allows you to take stunning photos even at night, or a 6.6-inch FHD plus screen that brings images to life and expands your view, then you need to amp your awesome. Get the new Samsung Galaxy A14 and amp your style, your speed, your play, your power, your game, and your awesome. Visit any authorized Samsung store and make it yours today. Samsung Galaxy A14.
There are moments in life when you're just so scared and you feel like just giving up. Oh, but Dino Milk is saying, we know that you can do it. Believe in yourself and then go for it. Go for it. Nourishment, that is your Dano milk.
Choose nourishment. Choose Dano Milk Whole Cow, your nutritious instant powdered milk.
Dano Milk. Go for it.
This advert is FDA approved.
Shit, wahala no get breaks.
What is it?
Some customers have left. Their mobile money payment didn't come.
What?
Avoid such payment issues with BluePay. BluePay lets you easily receive payments on your mobile device with no e-levy charges. Simply enter your customer's number and the amount to be paid on your BluePay app. The customer will receive the BluePay prompt to confirm with their PIN instantly. Customers can also pay with bank cards using the BluePay POS device. Call or WhatsApp 054-7220-200 or visit thebluepenguin.com to register and get BluePay for your business today. BluePay, never miss a sale.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Athlete, this one there, at least you and I will know it. Yeah, this one there we know it. Yeah, this one there we know. Yeah, this is the MC Hammer.
This is MC Hammer.
You got to
Stanley Kirkborough.
That's his real name.
Yeah.
Where is he from?
He's from the Bay Area, San Francisco, I think.
Wow.
The Bay Area.
I like the way there's a spread. They're from different places, you know. Yeah. Some of them are from
some West Coasters,
yeah.
some East Coasters.
Some from Detroit.
Yeah.
Aviogo, welcome to the Citi Breakfast Show for today.
Thank you.
So yesterday,
another music genius.
Oh yes, yeah. She knows her music and she knows her music very well.
Yeah, I don't know who got the impression that I didn't know who A Tribe Called Quest was.
I don't know why boys.
Can I? You're not that bad.
Yes, you can.
No, we know it. We don't know all, but we know some. We know some. So let's. Yesterday you were here to tell me that you were going to announce the top 10 of the entrance into the Portrait of Mama promotion. So you're on a Traffic Avenue around 4:50ish.
Yes, there
4:45ish.
4:45ish.
And then you managed to whittle down the entries to 10.
Yes.
What were you looking out for?
Emotive elements. I mean, we wanted people to tell their stories. And I think I mentioned this yesterday, that some people sent in entries, but they didn't really tell us what the story was. They didn't tell us what the wow factor was that really changed their life when Mama made that sacrifice or did what she did. But some people dug deep. And you could just feel that emanating from whatever they had written.
Okay.
So that was really what it was.
So was it like you were looking for sob stories?
Oh, no.
Because that's the impression sometimes you get, that like, you have to kind of say, Charlie, I was in some cocoa farm and I couldn't.
No, but some of the stories are very uplifting. No, but you see, a lot of the time.
You know, Charlie, those things.
No, but a lot of the time, the sob stories precede the upliftment or the hope.
So you were looking for a hope. So a story that may be emotive, but
there's a happy ending. Quote
because we want the light. We don't want always like Charlie.
Exactly.
Everything be some way. I know the feature food and things. Mama selling akpacha.
But those are people's realities.
You sure?
Those are people's realities.
So you have 3 finalists.
Yes, we do.
Are you saying we should help you choose, or you've chosen your 3?
No, we've chosen our 3.
Chosen your 3.
This is what Sky didn't want to hear.
So who is number 3?
So it's not in any particular order.
They're just the top 3. But I thought you
out of the 10,
special prizes.
No, so all top 3 receive the same.
They're all
prize.
winners. So there's no winner.
So all of them, their mothers, and then the entrance. They have spots at their Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner this Sunday, the 14th of May.
All right.
And then they get to do their, as you and Scott have been calling it, their staycation.
Yes.
You know, at one of are prestigious or luxurious, as one may say.
Wonderful.
Resorts.
So this is not in any particular order. These are the top 3 winners.
Exactly.
And the assignment was in not more than 100 words. Write a note to Citi, which starts with "but for mama."
Exactly.
But for mama.
Yes, and you must identify in that note one sacrifice or one thing that mama did that changed the course of your life.
Wonderful.
So, but for mama and but for that thing she did, you will not be where you are today. You not have seen certain graces. You not have experienced certain things.
Okay. So let's jump in. Which one did you want to read first for me?
Okay, so I'll start with this one from Castro Kofi Appiah. Castro.
Hey, is that his name?
Appiah. That's his name. And his mother's name is Mami Adwa.
Mami Adwa.
Yes.
And her son is called Castro.
Yes. And we spoke to him yesterday.
She has some history,
revolutionary. Some
revolutionary tendencies. All right, let's hear the story.
But for mama, I would have been a cripple by the roadside in the village, begging for alms. But I'm now a person with a disability who is gainfully employed. I would have been sitting in my mess, my urine, for more than 5 hours.
Oh.
But today I can clean the mess myself. Without your help, I wouldn't have seen a first degree certificate in my lifetime. Still today, not only do I have a degree, but a certificate to show that I was the local secretary of the National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS.
Wow.
I lacked confidence due to my situation, and I didn't believe in my potential. But today, I move around with confidence because you told me that even if all of your children would fail, I wouldn't fail, although I have a physical impairment. God bless you, Mami Adwa in Tameke. I love you, Mom.
All right, so that was the first entrant which has been selected as one of the winners. Now, this is interesting. So this person had a disability.
Yeah, he has a disability.
And they don't elaborate on the details, but there's hints in there. It says, I would have been a cripple by the roadside, begging for alms.
Right.
And then, based on the way it's written, the mother sacrificed and made sure that this person had what you would call a normal education.
Exactly.
So this is clearly an empowered, person.
Exactly.
Right. And
exactly.
The language is rich. The thoughts, the flow of his testimony as to what exactly Mommy did for him. I mean, it's just so moving.
So it's not just that his mother took care of him,
Yeah, that's right.
but
Right.
like you're saying,
The
she
empower-
empowered
Yeah,
him,
that's right.
empowered him mentally, but also physically to basically live on his own and contribute his quota to society.
So this is from Castro Kofi Appiah,
Oh yeah, that's it.
who rose to become a local secretary of NUGS in his campus, and is now working very well. So, Madam Adwa Ntameke, we will see you at the Portrait of Mama dinner
And they're all listening.
Sunday. All right. So, Castro, congratulations for sending in that entry, and I'm sure your mom is such a proud mother. Who's the second you announce?
So this is from Pa Kofi Hazel. Mother's name is Mrs. Georgette Hazel.
All right.
Okay. But for Mama, I wouldn't be here today with my 2 boys.
Okay.
She nurtured me and my 5 siblings. When my wife had a preterm birth, Mama was there for us throughout the traumatic experience. She was an advocate for my wife in the delivery room, making key decisions that ensured our baby's survival.
True.
With my second baby, my wife went into precipitated labor, leading her to deliver at home.
Wow.
My mother had to deliver our baby, even with no experience.
At home?
At home.
Wow.
Mama, you're a true heroine, and I'm grateful for everything you've done for my family.
I like this one. I like this one because, it's not always easy for the mothers and the wives to get along.
You see?
So this one is good. So for Pakwesi's mother, a lot of the interventions is on actual behalf of his wife.
Right.
So this is good. This is good.
Yeah, there's also a huge, role there for the space of women.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
impact they have on
Yeah.
relationships,
Exactly.
marital relationships, and whatever
Yeah.
relationship there is.
Exactly. And even the labor ward reference,
yeah.
a lot of our public hospitals, if not all of them, they don't allow the partner, so the husband, the
Hey.
father of the child, to enter the
Hey,
labor
I
ward.
did that.
So you need someone there to be taking critical decisions, because the mother who is in labor doesn't have
Yeah.
the presence of mind to do that. And to know that this was her mother-in-law who was there standing in the gap for her.
And
That's
then
powerful.
when the precipitated
yeah.
labor,
So,
so
labor
home
moved more
delivery,
quickly
home
than
delivery with the
anticipated.
mother. That's strong.
Even to maintain composure to do that.
So how did she even do the umbilical cord and all those
We
things?
have to find out.
Either she's just a traditional.
She says with no experience.
She's not, no experience.
Wow,
It's
that's
actually she had to remember what they did for her when she had her baby and do that for. So this is Mrs. Georgette Hazel.
Yes.
Wow, from her son Parkofi,
Parkofi.
which I would say is obviously on behalf of Parkofi's wife.
Well, true.
Most
You
likely.
see,
Yeah,
you can
because
see
she's
that.
the wife, but he doesn't mention his wife's name though.
Push,
Please, when you are coming on Sunday, come with your wife so we can
we can meet.
we
her
can
as
have
well.
the full picture of the story.
Yeah,
Because this story is a 3-in-1 story. So, and you know what thing I like? It's a short story. It's not even that long.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
you
see,
had
to
100
be
words
able
to play
keep
with.
That's what
it
I'm saying.
together
Like
tight,
people are able to
summarize.
a lot of what he said. He said more than some other people and use fewer words.
That's true.
So Parkofi, good one. So this is also a winner.
Also a winner.
I like it.
Also a winner.
All right, who's the next?
So we have our final winner, the top 3 list. And this is Etonam Vifa. Mama is called Miss Linda A. Domekbo.
Domekbo.
Yeah.
Domekbo.
But for Mama, sorry, let me start again. But for Mama, I'm not sure where I would have been. My father was violent and abusive.
Forgive.
And my mama wanted a healthy and peaceful environment for me to grow up in. So she had to run for her life, and she wasn't going to leave me behind. Mama took to her heels, not sure what was out there for us. I was only 3 years old then. Today, I am 11 years old.
Wow.
And I attend one of the best international schools in Ghana. I've seen my mama make sacrifices so that I can be happy. Recently, we treated the family tree in school. I returned home and I asked, Mama, I've never seen you with any male friend. Her response made me sad. To think that Mama put her emotional life on hold just so that I don't have to see different men come and go, just in case the relationships don't work out, made me sad. But it also made me appreciate her more.
Wow.
I love Mama, and I respect and appreciate her. Mama is prayerful and works hard.
That's an 11-year-old.
11-year-old.
This one is some way.
11-year-old.
It speaks about the complexities of the whole.
He already knows about abusive father and things.
And you see, so
some way.
exactly, and you,
Oh, we
so,
the men this one.
you see, but to have a mother who can guide a child through such, because this kind of thing can scar you for life. And she's very present at 11. She's seen more than she's had to see, granted, but she's not.
Is that
losing,
a girl?
A girl.
Okay, I
But
thought
she's not losing sight of the fact that there's light at the end of the tunnel for her.
This is
about the man too high.
Well, I mean, we can't run judgments on that.
Okay, based on the evidence.
Based on the evidence
based on the evidence presented for now. Okay, based on the claim.
Yeah, it's to be one-sided.
So this is an 11-year-old.
11-year-old.
There was no age limit for entry, right?
No.
So it's interesting.
I mean,
the
last
first,
year, one of our winners was 10.
yeah. What the last one?
Yes.
The
Nyamido.
So this one is, so the second person was married. The first one was somebody who's obviously a bit older, and this is a young person. So you have all the three.
A nice spread.
Yeah. So the mother's name is Linda Domekbo.
Yeah.
She spells it D-O-R.
D-O-R.
Not D-O-A.
R.
You see, there's the name.
D-O-R-M-E-K-P-O-R.
Yeah, their name. If it was D-O-A,
then Duamepo.
but this is D-O-R. So I don't know whether it's a misspelling.
This is unusual.
Yeah, usually you see D-O-A, but whatever. And Etonam Vifa is the name of the lady. So these three people, what do they win?
So they win, first of all, Mother's Day dinner is happening on Sunday, a portrait of Mama. Yesterday, Charlie, the people came to show where they'll hang the lights in the city gardens,
Yeah.
where the stage will be. They're running through the lists of food, some apapransa and banku and things, you know.
Yeah.
So they'll win, or they have won spots at the Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner. Sunday, 14th May, 4 p.m. at the City Gardens, number 5 Ola Hansen Lane in Tesano. But also a weekend stay at one of Ghana's most luxurious getaway spots, a resort, so that they can go and relax. Just all the things that they have sacrificed, they should put them aside, put all their troubles in a corner somewhere, Ghana's economic problems on the back burner, and chill on our ticket. So that's what they've won.
Meanwhile, Sunday 14th May is the day for the Portrait of Mama. And if you want to get a ticket, you can call 0205 973 973. It's a Mother's Day dinner brought to you by Citi, sponsored by Dano Milk and Tasty Tom, supported by Juice Guy and Verve de Venet.
Yeah.
Wonderful. 350 cities per ticket, City Gardens, Ola Hansen, Tesano. Book a seat at the Portrait of Mama's Day dinner today. So Apioko just came through with the top 3. Castro Kofi Apia, whose disability notwithstanding, his mother guided him to become a great man. Mami Ajua Ntameke. Pa Kofi Hazel's mother, an amazing homemaker, helped with the delivery of his 2 children, helped to deliver a child at home. And there were complications in the hospital for the first one. She was there, Mrs. Georgette Hazel. Jiu 2. Etonam Vifa is 11. Dad left home. There's a strange relationship with the mother, and she's graphically recounting how her mother's love and care led her to an international school. She's doing pretty well as an 11-year-old. So Mrs. Linda Domekpo, congratulations to you. We'll see all 3 of you on Sunday.
So
yeah,
Bernard, so you know my pet project is basically using artificial intelligence. Hold on. Listen. Just to analyze all these 3 scripts that we just read.
So you put the scripts in AI?
Yeah. So I have analyzed using ChatGPT. So for the first one, let me start from the bottom.
Yes.
The one talking about the abusive relationships of it.
Yeah.
So let me read for you what the analysis is.
So they analyzed this.
Exactly.
So what did you ask it to do?
So basically analyze and look out for
distill the essential.
Exactly, and why it's compelling.
Okay.
So it says the passage, and this has to do with.
You just sent a photo of it. So
yeah,
you didn't even type the text.
No, I took a photograph of it
and give it to
ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT is
that's AI for you.
It says the passage is a heartfelt expression of gratitude from a young boy, Etonam Vifa, towards his mother, Linda A. Domekpo. Now the passage highlights the challenges that Linda faced as a single mother, fleeing from a violent and abusive relationship, and the sacrifices that she made to provide a healthy and peaceful environment for Etonam to grow up in.
Wow.
Now the passage also shows the admiration that Etonam has for his, mother's, strength, resilience, and hard work. It is evident that he has a deep love and respect for his mother, and he is grateful for that. And he goes on to say that overall, the passage is a touching tribute to the power of a mother's love.
How many seconds did it take you to do this?
This was less than 30 seconds. So you see, so it's
this is not fair. Wow. So what the second one?
The second one says, which is about which one is that?
Was this the guy?
Kofi Hazel one. It says the passage is a personal testimonial that expresses gratitude and admiration for the writer's mother, Mrs. Georgette Hazel. The writer highlights the critical role that the mother played in his life and how she helped him and his family overcome various challenges, including the preterm birth of his first child and the home delivery of a second child. Now, the writer notes that his mother acted as an advocate for his wife during the first delivery and also had to deliver the second child herself, despite having no prior experience. The writer acknowledges the mother's bravery and devotion, which he considers heroic, the contact information provided, and it goes on to give you some. And then the final one, which the very first one.
Yes, the gentleman who said he had a disability.
It says the passage describes the speaker's gratitude towards the mother, Mama Ajua Tameke. It says that the speaker reflects on their life and how their mother's support has been instrumental in their success. Now, the speaker mentions that without Mama's help, they would have been a cripple by the roadside in the village, begging for alms. However, due to mother's support, the speaker is now gainfully employed and able to take care of himself, including cleaning up his own mess. Now, the passage highlights the impact the mother has had on the speaker's education. Without the mother's help, the speaker would not have been able to achieve a first-degree certificate, let alone serve as a local secretary for Nooks. Now, mothers believe in the speaker's potential, and her encouragement, helped the speaker to gain confidence and overcome self-doubt. And finally, overall, the passage shows how the person's support and encouragement, a person's support and encouragement can make significant difference in another person's life. The speaker's gratitude towards the mother, which is Mama Ajua Tameke, is evident, and it shows how the love and care of a parent can shape a person's life for the future.
Charlie. So in essence, you are saying that I'm no longer needed here.
You see, Samuel said something really instructive when he was speaking about the intervention of AI and how managers should be taking note of how it's shaping all kinds of things. So, for instance, if we are even doing, I can even use this to rank these essays. Without so that you will tell me what, in his view, relying on all the things that he knows, which one is the very best. So, for instance, instead of you sitting in as manager, sitting and then looking at the thing and say, which one is the very best, you do the scanning, or you take the photograph, feed it into the system and ask it to rank it for you based on specific emotional touch points that you want to highlight. And it will come with a list. Wow.
Bernard, you look very worried.
No, overwhelmed.
No, it's serious. It's serious.
So sometimes you should give the manager the training.
No, but ChatGPT does interesting things. So when we were in Vancouver, Greg Brockman was one of the speakers at TED 23, co-founder of the ChatGPT app. And he just said to the app that, we want you to give us a picture of a dinner spread.
Okay.
And mentioned, so we want some carbohydrates, we want some proteins. This thing generated a picture, and it's not an image that existed. So it picked chicken, beef, tablecloth, all those things, and created an image like what a graphics designer would do, and then gave it to us on a screen. So the thing is very powerful.
This is serious. Apioko, so you saw this firsthand from the co-founder of the group that created ChatGPT. OpenAI. That's another group. Wow, this is powerful stuff. This is powerful stuff. This is really powerful stuff, Apioko. Thank you for being on. I wanted to ask you about music though, because Samuel is also saying that you're also a musicologist like Nathan.
Samuel is giving me
They're exposing my music ignorance here. But thank you for coming on. We always love having you on the show.
Thank you for having
Apioko, come again tomorrow if you like. We won't sack you. We'll not sack you at all. Yeah.
I'm en route to
another event
to Kenya.
So you won't be there on Sunday yourself. You won't be there on Sunday.
Physically no, but my heart, my soul, and my spirit will be there.
But what did you go and do in Vancouver?
I went for the TED 2023 conference. So I'm an alumni TED speaker. I don't think a lot of people realize that. So I went there as a speaker ambassador.
You are an alumni
TED speaker. Yes, I spoke in 2020. Of course, COVID hit. So we had to pre-record our talks like movies. So we're walking around our communities around the world, shooting videos to be played. So we have a program called the Speaker Ambassador Program at TED. Now, we have a particular cohort of speakers. For example, this year, 2023 TED speakers are going on the TED stage. We're assigned a speaker or two. And over the course of about 2 or 3 months, you work with the speakers virtually, help them understand what it's like to be a TED speaker, their confidence, things they should say, how they should present their material and whatnot. So my speaker, Hannah Ritchie, she's a data analyst.
Okay.
And she's a researcher at Oxford University.
Wow.
So she was the speaker I was mentoring. And then secondly, we have something called Discovery Sessions at TED. And they are 90-minute deep dive workshops. So I went to do a workshop titled Everyone is Poetry. So I took Precursor, I took Precursor, Sobolo, the dried hibiscus, Wintia, all these things, and then some of my work.
Wow.
And I had about 50 people in the room, and I took them through a writing process.
Your level is
international.
This is international fisherman levels.
You're called international.
You mean you were coaching them in the art and science of poetic writing?
Yes.
At TED in Vancouver.
In Vancouver.
For you.
And you're just walking here like that, like some. Oh my goodness! Are you there for?
We are all walking here. We are sitting by Samens and Bernard and
so you are going to Nairobi to do some other things.
Yes. Oh, this one's not. This one is on Samens' behalf.
This is
on Samens'
What are you going to do?
behalf.
What are you doing in Nairobi?
So Citi TV, we are the Voice of America, VOA's partners in Ghana. We've done a number of co-productions. Startup Africa, which has been airing on Citi TV and around the world. And this is a conference that they hold for their partners in Eastern, Southern, Western Africa every year. But since COVID hit, it hasn't happened. So we're going there, also hopefully going to learn some new trends post-COVID-19, what we should be doing with media, where we should be going, how we should be thinking. So I'm going to represent my boss, Amens, and the stations, Citi FM and Citi TV.
You need to give me one song. Which of the funk groups do you like?
As for me, I love the early funk. So James Brown, who of course was a pioneer of funk, because
Is it a guy with the Jerry curls? The Plymouth?
James Brown
had a fro and
afro.
Was dancing like crazy.
Good.
Yeah, I thought you had Jerry curls. Or you had Pemi. Which one had Pemi? It was Pemi.
Okay, fro at first.
Yeah, you had Pemi. Yeah, the man Pem in hair.
I'm a big fan of James
A
Brown.
man Pem in hair.
I'm a big fan of James Brown. I'm also a big fan of Elvis. Of course, Elvis was rock and roll. But what a lot of people don't realize is that Elvis also took his music from the black church.
Yes.
Grew up in a black
Elvis,
community.
Yes. Presley.
We are told that when Elvis's music started being played on US radio, people thought he was black. You couldn't see him because of his sound and his voice. Yeah. So it took a while for anybody to pick him up and be his agent.
Wow.
And even then, he kept going into the community. So he faced a lot of backlash because people didn't understand why he was rolling with, quote unquote, Negroes. It was a big deal. So
that guy who sounded like a black guy.
James
so
Brown.
Eminem of the whatever period.
Exactly.
So James Brown, which songs of James Brown do you know?
I mean, anything James Brown is my thing. Any of them.
Some of us are repertoire is limited.
Any of them.
Get on up.
I know that song.
Get on up. Yeah. Let's continue singing.
James Brown.
Yeah.
Or the boss.
James Brown,
again, but is James Brown after Louis Armstrong or before?
Yeah.
Oh, after.
James Brown way after.
Louis Armstrong is older.
After, way after.
Okay. So he's an I feel good. And then get on now.
Yeah.
So he is known as a pioneer of funk.
Oh, James Brown.
Yes.
He's the pioneer of funk.
And especially the dance side of it.
Do you know where he's from?
I don't know where James Brown is from. I'll
find
have to
out.
check.
Yeah.
But he used to do a lot of things with the Jackson 5, and so I guess
Michael Jackson.
They may all be from the,
But what is Motown? The Motown.
Oh, Motown Records.
Yeah.
Gordon Barry.
So I'm told it's like a whole movement.
So
They did some. There's a lot of music that came from
Gordon
that.
Barry at the time co-founded Motown Records, and the idea was that we had all these record labels that would, at their choosing, reject black music because it didn't fit
Into
a certain
the mold.
So this guy got some money, set up Motown Records, and then started signing on a lot
So
of
he was
the
from
big
Detroit.
names. Detroit.
And
he
Detroit
was.
is called Motor City,
There
which
you
is
go.
Motown. Detroit,
Motown.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And over the time, we came to know what became the Motown sound. Of course, he had the sound engineers, he had the producers,
So why did
voice
Achimota School
coaches.
tell us that they are Motown?
No, I don't know. They have to
What's their problem? We are talking Motown.
They have to tell us.
I'm sure there's a reason.
I don't
for
know.
What does it? Is this Achimota? Achimota.
What does that do with Motown?
It's a Motown. That they twisted
Motown.
it to
Oh,
Motown.
Lord.
Oh, just that's what it is. Nothing more than that.
There's no
really?
philosophy behind it.
But I even thought they were mowing. You know, in my school, they say if you mow, it means you learn.
Yeah.
So like Motown, a town of mowers. Oh, so is that Achimota, no? The Motown.
Yeah, it's a Motown that they did in
Oh.
Motown. That's
Oh.
all.
Okay. Done.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, no.
But anyway,
That's
James
quite
Brown is from South
Because
Carolina.
Motown was a big phenomenon at the time, so
Oh, they don't.
James Brown was from South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
James Brown.
So still the South. Makes sense.
Guy, you done me there. We just did. Charlie,
Charlie,
just
we
wait.
did,
Yeah, we wait. Charlie. We don't
Problem
have-
no day.
We don't get problem. Oh, Charlie. Oh my God. So yeah, Motown.
So, Pieko, when you go, there's a good friend of mine when school together. The name is Michelle Mudoni.
Is that how they?
Send my,
Is that how they send greetings?
I'm
But Kenya is not.
where does she live?
But Kenya is not the
How
village.
do I
oh,
find
like,
No. Yes, no. She's going to
How do I
Nairobi.
find her?
She's in Nairobi,
Oh, so-
right? So I'm.
Is she a popular
but
person?
The conference is happening in Nanyuki. So we'll move from Nairobi to the mountainside.
Oh, I see.
You know,
Hey,
it's a whole
easy.
retreat on Samez's behalf.
No,
No, Samez ran away from that. So he said, "Make I go."
If I collect per diem from Onana,
I mean, that's what you do. So.
I mean, if I go tack Onana for per diem.
I know. Hey, Ghana.
Charlie, the Motown people say with the mo. No, Motown.
If the more, that's a bit more recent.
Nathan, there's a story. Motown exposed on CBS. Motown school exposed.
I don't know that.
The time they start calling it Motown,
No, it wasn't a term.
Wasn't a term.
So it was the
It's actually motor. The motor that they tell.
But do they do records night? in Motown?
They used to do that.
So I even thought it had to do with music because Achimota,
Well, look, they will have to explain
Somebody randomly just.
They will have
But
to
the term
explain to
mo,
us.
is it not one that flows from the fact that Achimota was
No.
No, not
It didn't
necessarily.
even start from Achimota. No.
So what is the
So
origin
Motown
of the
records,
word?
no,
Motown, no,
they are from.
Motown,
You see,
no,
Sports
Motown.
guy, you know that in the US, right? In the US, the car manufacturing companies, the headquarters is Detroit, Detroit, Michigan, right? So you have GM, you have
Ford,
and then you have I forget the name of the third one, Chrysler. So Detroit for many years had a lot of black people working within those.
and Cadillac.
Yes. So I visited. In fact, I used to live in Ann Arbor. So I know what I'm talking about. So Motown, and it was also like an economic powerhouse in a way, right, in the Midwest before all the troubles came in. Detroit is actually now struggling.
Yeah, a
You know,
lot.
it's almost like the car is almost the epitomization of the decimation of the auto industry. Charlie. So all Detroit is in its past glory. If you go to Detroit now, it's not
Some
what
parts
it
don't
is.
even have water.
Yes, there are parts of Detroit. There's a story in Hillary Clinton's time about a town that had water polluted. Yeah. So it's and US is that's strange. Once the technology moves, business moves. Because the whole system is sustained by the economics.
I mean, now you have what they call it. Is it whatever
Silicon Valley.
But they have outsourced the majority of the things.
Yeah, but I had one last question for you guys. So what's which of the Motown Records artists was the most successful?
Wow.
Oh, that's very debatable.
Okay, yeah, but maybe
the
top
number
one.
of
Because
them,
you had
the
lots of
Jackson,
them. You had the
Five,
Jackson
and then
Five.
Michael
Then
Jackson
you had
himself.
Michael Jackson.
But would you describe
Before
Michael
that-
Jackson as coming from Motown Records?
Yes, he that's
Because Michael
where
Jackson
he,
transcends everything.
But that's where he started.
Okay, so you can
that's
say
where he
that.
started. Indeed, one of his brothers actually married Gordon Berry's daughter.
It's important to
Yes.
solidify the links.
You see, then you have Diana Ross, who is one of my favorites. And
Diana Ross.
Yes, Diana Ross was huge for Motown Records.
She was some
Massive. Global. You know.
Diana Ross.
Yep. She collaborated with Marvin Gaye a lot of times.
Diana Ross.
It's my turn.
What's the difference between Diana Ross and Aretha Franklin? Who's better? Who's bigger? Who's older?
Aretha is older.
Aretha is much earlier.
Yes,
than
Aretha
Diana
is
Ross.
older.
Okay.
And Diana came from the early girl band tradition. So she was with the Supremes, she was a lead singer, then broke away. So another example, like some man said, of the breakaway who became big, you know.
Like Beyonce.
But Aretha was a proper vocalist who had also started from the church.
So all of us are
So
from the
her
church.
voice, you'd find her doing a lot of the high ballads, whatnot. Diana had a softer voice at the time. Her voice was seen to be softer. So it was easy to also move her into what...
They say you have to go, but I have one last question. So in all the groups, there are, again, two groups I don't know whether they are part of the genre of the bands, TLC, SWV. What kind of people are these?
Oh, they are R&B.
R&B. So R&B. So R&B is 90s.
Yes.
R&B is 90s.
So funk is 80s.
Yes.
Okay.
SWV gave us the very popular Right Here. Right here, be right here.
Sisters with Voice.
That's good. That's SWV. And then you had
TLC,
TLC.
Waterfalls.
They Waterfalls. They did Creep.
Genie in the Bottle.
Genie in the
No, Genie in the Bottle is Destiny's Child. That's later.
So Queen Latifah, where does she fall?
Queen Latifah, she did rap.
She's
early
hip-hop.
90s.
It's
Rap, hip-hop.
Hip-hop, R&B.
Yeah. She was like
that woman is
conscious
talented,
doing
wow.
those things, Charlie.
She's an actor.
Very,
She's
very, very talented.
Queen Latifah is solid.
So you had between the funk and the R&B, you had a techno period.
Okay, techno music.
The techno
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
Where it was
Sound.
more electronic
sound.
Okay.
So Axel Foley, that's techno.
Is that what we
Yeah,
I salute.
So techno was 8. You've mentioned it, and it's great. Ajete Soa, a lot of the songs Ajete Soa then used to dance to were techno songs.
And then later on, Terry Bright Ofusu and
Asopo.
Bring Asopo.
That's about the song Ajete Soa won that championship with. He had the song. He danced to a set. Yeah, but so those were like the techno.
So those songs were made for dancing.
No, but DJ Abeku, why don't want to drop that song?
No, we will drop up.
So those songs were actually made for the early 90s discotheques. Because they were moving away from the discotheques of the 80s.
It was actually mid 80s.
Okay.
Mid 80s. That's where I get them.
So those were the songs they were dancing to.
So those songs influenced. It's just me to dance. There's not saying anything.
When you think about it, there seems to be a lot of lyrics. There aren't a lot of vocals.
There's a very interesting transition that we noticed here. A lot of them required bands, set
proper
up
bands, not just DJs.
And so the entry capital had become huge. While they were at it, the young guys were coming together to form groups. So as we ended the 80s, some of these groups have started emerging as R&B groups.
Okay.
And you can name them, endless list.
So when we say R&B, what are we talking about?
Blues.
No, I know. I'm saying
black music.
What I'm trying to ask is
slower tempo.
Yes. So it's like what differentiates R&B from funk?
So funk is hardcore, quicker tempo, upbeat music. R&B is generally slower.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
R&B is a vibe.
Yeah.
But it's typically black people music.
And then more focus on the lyrics. So now you had the songwriters making their names because they were writing music.
So somebody
for the
like
groups.
Kenneth Edmonds, Babyface. He's your typical R&B.
You've mentioned, Charlie, you have to stand up for
that. Is a platform on which about 80% of the successful R&B production.
Braxton.
Tony Braxton was really good.
Tevin Campbell. Can we talk
just for a minute?
Or the other song, I'm ready to get that's
okay.
Yeah. So
what about Boys to Men? Where do they fall?
Oh, Boys to Men is also very massive.
They're also within that.
Yeah. So they had the slower,
okay.
Ballads. Yes, the ballad type of song.
And then there's Joe.
And even
Joe.
There's Joe.
There's a guy called Joe who used to.
He also did.
Joe. He even came to Ghana.
Yeah, he came to Ghana.
And then there's Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam. What song did he do?
Uncle Sam. I'll get you Uncle Sam.
So these are the typical R&B. Which one?
When I see you smile.
And the other thing about this, a lot of the songs are very easy to sing along.
Oh yeah.
They are very easy to sing along.
Most of them were love songs too.
Yeah.
And while they were at it, the English people were creating their own nest of musicians. Or you had the boys' zones. Or you had the Westlife.
And then there was this, what are these girls? Spice Girls.
The
Spice Girls came up mid to late 90s.
They were doing their own thing. They couldn't be bothered.
But the Spice Girls were.
Tell me what you want, what you really want. I tell you what you
Spice
want.
Girls were really powerful.
I wanna,
Yeah.
back to back
So
Billboard
Posh
hits.
Spice was David Beckham's wife,
Yes.
and then there was the Black
Posh Spice,
Scary
Baby
Spice.
Spice, Scary Spice,
Wow.
Mel B.
Yeah. So Spice Girls were phenomenal.
Yeah.
They were powerful.
They took
the world by
British
storm.
music
They
to
took
the
the world
world.
by storm. Wow. Yeah. So R&B is what we are. So where are we now in the world music now? Are we still doing R&B? Or where are we?
They were seeing a lot of pop.
People are doing a lot of.
Pop has
Really?
opened itself up to a level where they can now take Afro music. And that's why
the
today
demand
on
for the Afro.
global stage, you have Afro musicians given the platform, like Bernard Boy, like the lady
Thames.
Wizkid,
this
Tiwa
girl,
Savage.
Tiwa Savage.
Tiwa.
So this is where we are.
So now we are on pop.
We are,
Pop.
I think it's pop, world pop.
These things need to be explained to people
And
like us. So
technology,
Popular music.
technology is partly responsible for this. And the consumption patterns of downloads is what is directing people on the streets.
So things like Spotify and things have come to change the game.
iTunes, Apple.
So
because data science is telling them that this is where the trend is going.
It is why for Friday, we'll talk to Tobias. It is why, for example, if you listen to Stonebwoy's new album, it is essentially an Afrobeat album. Essentially, that's what it is. Great different
All
music.
its colors.
It's all different shades of Afro. That's why you turn on TV to watch MB on ESPN, and at halftime they are playing Thames, they are playing Wizkid, they are playing Bernard Boy, they are playing Black Sheriff.
So now everything is coming together. That's what you're saying. Wow.
And it's Africa's time.
So it's our time, which is why our artists are in high demand, and the kind of music they do is being recognized now.
So our Ghanaian artists should learn how to two things: learn how to speak English,
so that they can take advantage
or be true to your local language in the proper sense.
So your authenticity will not be
So your
eroded.
authenticity will not be questioned.
Because the world space
we
is there
sit
for you
here
now.
and we listen to Yusu Ndu. We remember Yusu Ndu and then Sherry.
And even Salif Keita.
We
And
don't
Salif
understand the
Keita.
language.
We don't understand a word, but we enjoy.
Yeah.
So if you want to do chi music, do it
Do it well.
Very well.
Because now the world is your
English,
stage.
They will mark you by your English. That's why the Nigerians are penetrating.
Because they are singing in pidgin.
I mean,
Singing
I never forget. In South Africa, I sat in an Uber.
So
And the guy was playing the song. And I knew that the song is a Ghanaian song. He told me it's Nigerian.
He was arguing with you.
Yes. He told me it's Nigerian.
But the people say we are the same as Nigerians anyway. So that one day,
There's-
when
there's
you
a-
go
there's
to
a
East
plus
Africa,
to
they
it.
say we are all
There's
Ghana
a
Nigeria
plus
people.
to it.
Yeah.
And the negative side is that we don't have the numbers.
So they overshadow you.
They will overshadow you.
Yeah, they overshadow you. But I think there's a promise in there as well. All right, guys. So, look, Apioko, thank you for passing through.
Thank you for having me.
I think I should make this a regular once a week. Come and pass.
Oh, I'll
through.
gladly
You know,
come. Don't worry.
come and do. If the Oga or that top will agree, come and pass through.
Oga.
Apioko is too busy.
No, she's not. She says she's not.
Apioko, she wears about 5 hats.
She says she can give me 1 day a week.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Can you give me 1 day a week?
One day is
Just 1 day. Just pass through with your colored hair. With the permission of Nayu. So Stonebwoy will be on the show on Friday to talk to us about his new album. A lot of things happening on the show today. We will spend the rest of the hour doing some hardcore issues. So 4 buildings have collapsed this week.
But before I go, just with your permission,
Yes.
People are asking for the number
Yes.
for the boot camp.
Yeah, let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. Where did I write?
0242 011
424
424.
0242 011 424. It's a 6-day boot camp, 26th June. And this is management education brought to you by Citi with a very carefully selected group of business educationists, business practitioners, high level indeed. So call this number, register by end of May, so you can take part for end of June. So 0242 011 424.
And I did say that your company should can do on your behalf, but let me also emphasize that if you're an individual and you think you want to be part, you can also call the number. It's open for both companies and individuals.
Wonderful. When we come back, we'll jump into a couple of running stories. Citi Breakfast Show. Stay with us. Achi Ofosu, wishing him a happy birthday. And this message from Afi, your bestie. And then Kofi Adoma has sent me a message that
Which Kofi Adoma?
Kofi Adoma,
Charlie.
Good
morning, my brother.
Good morning, Kofi.
World Miracle Day. My baby. On this special day, I say thank you. Thank you for marrying me, and thank you for making me the best version of myself. Having you as a wife makes me know that God loves me more than anyone else. I am still asking God what I did for him to make me get such a treasure as a wife. So the kind of thing is added here. I can't even.
It's okay.
Let's get to miracle.
Yes.
Charlie, go for this X-rated message that you sent to.
It's serious.
Is that my good friend Kofi Adoma our
in the rest of the show?
That is he's saying on the message.
You don't. We'll see.
Are you aware that 10-year-olds are listening to the show? No, I can only send it to you.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, let me also do a reaction. Hello, Bernard. The name Motown was taken from Motown Records in Detroit because in the late 60s, during Records Night, the latest hits were first played in Achimota, where a lot of other schools attended, so it became a household name.
Probably true.
This is CM Placard providing additional files.
Yes. And he's Mr. Motown. He's Mr. Achimota through and through. So
yeah. And the name is Berry Gordy. Not Gordon, but I think she made a mistake. Berry Gordy.
Berry Gordy Jr.
Yeah, Berry Gordy.
Yeah.
I have a few more messages on the.
Yes, I have one quick birthday. This is to my very good friend, one of my mates, one of the best mates from Accra Academy, my year group, Dennis Osei. Dennis Osei, happy birthday to you. Chico Ja, you are the man. So Charlie, enjoy your day and stay blessed. Have a good one.
All right, so I'll read a few of them for you before we get into the business, before we get into the discussions around the buildings.
Great. A few more. This one says, Busta Rhymes was in a group called Leaders of the New School. Yes, that's
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes.
So it means once he left the group, also
yeah, moved on, went solo, and then the rest they say is history.
Who sang "Who Let the Dogs Out"?
That's the Baha Men. I remember that song came out in 2000.
Who let the dogs out?
The Baha Men. The person is dropping more names. Far Side, Charlie Wabudinho. Far Side.
This is PHAR.
Yeah, Far Side. The Loss of the Underground. Cypress.
Wait. Is this Far Side that I'm actually say Far Side Entertainment?
No, this one's a Far Side Enterprise, not this one.
Okay, I thought it was Far Side.
Far Side, Lots of the Underground. Cypress Hill, Charlie. Cypress Hill. They mentioned the group and Guru. Yeah. So your show is taking me back to
Kalami Bad. I remember this name.
Yeah,
Kalami Bad.
Called Kalami Bad.
Yes.
This one says Bone Thugs had a song with Akon. I tried. That is true. Very nice song. Charles from Asofan. And then somebody says we should play Bone Thugs. I tried with Akon. Great. This was American groups that came to Ghana in the 90s. Cooler Than Gang. Okay. Arrested Development.
Public Enemy.
Chuck D. SWV. They came with Louis Farrakhan for a concert held at the Independence Square. That's from DJ Nature.
Wow. All right. Join Old Mutual as we celebrate our 10th anniversary in Ghana. It's a fantastic celebration. Here are a few facts about us. We are a leading financial customer service provider with innovative customer solutions across the country. A workforce of about 500 employees across the country, playing a crucial role in championing customer operations. Old Mutual is the first insurance brand to introduce WhatsApp insurance and an annuity package. And we provide superior customer service to clients through a 16-hour call center facility, a WhatsApp chatbot, and self-service portal for easy accessibility. Call 0501 579 206. Old Mutual do great things every day. Now, if you're thinking to start a career in business analysis, build your business analysis skills, get the business analysis certification, and be sure to capitalize on the high demand across industries. In today's corporate world, business analysts are ever more critical to delivering the best business outcomes for the organization. So don't wait. Enroll today and take the first steps on your way to a brighter future with IIBA Business Analysis certification. Call 0246 809 200. Visit our website, centerforanalytics.com. Maybe one day you guys can talk to me about how music streaming has changed the music landscape because of some of the things we're saying that, in the past, there's just the media houses and then the CDs and then the LPs. So the process of distribution made it more difficult. But now, you can be home today, they'll release the thing, you download it, and you pay a subscription. So we actually can tell who's popular now. It's not an artificial media-controlled platform. Do you get my point? As in, look, if people like your song, they'll stream it. It will be on YouTube, it will be on Spotify, it will be on all those other platforms. So it also means that you can come from obscurity with good quality, with good management. You can really do very well. So
it has its own downsides too.
no, just like AI is positive than negative. I think so, more positive than negative. Now let me come to Standard Water before I go to the buildings. Standard Water has over 25 years experience in providing quality water. It's an old and good brand. Went out of the system in a while, came back strong. It's actually one of the first sachet waters I ever bought.
I think it
Standard Water. Yeah, Standard Water was there. And sachet water, bottled water, dispenser mounted jar. I like dispenser mounted water jar because I think it's a more environmentally friendly water than the sachets and the bottles. And it also, I'll give you an example. Like if a child takes the sachet or the bottle, they can waste it. But for the dispenser, you can only fetch what you want to drink.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good invention for homes.
I'm actually looking for one to buy, but I want to buy it and pay small.
No, I took one from Samens.
Okay.
And the good thing about that you can put different water brands on top of it. And then you can cool the water. In fact, I can even heat the water. So if you want to, you can decide not to plug it. But if you want to do like a hot beverage, you don't actually need to even do heater. You can. And the funny thing, I actually think that like if you take like secondary school, when I was in secondary school, they didn't allow us to bring heater. If you have a dispenser mounted water jar in the dormitory, you can get hot water to do your beverage.
Yeah, that's right.
So a lot of organizations use it. So I think it's a good invention.
Yeah, you need to connect me because I need one actually.
You need one?
Yeah, the dispenser.
I took one from my boss.
Yeah, so
I don't know if he has one. Or talk to the sales guys.
Yeah, they will arrange.
Yeah, the people they'll organize one for you.
But you want to pay him.
So Ivan and Doris, they are the Standard Water people. So there's a guy called Ivan Ivy.
Oh, okay.
And Doris Mensah, they are the two people who deal.
The system.
They'll run you.
Behind the system.
They'll run you with Standard Water. So the number is 0202 055 703. 020505. Sorry, 0202 055 703. And then Nathan, do one last one before I come to
First Atlantic Bank. They have great news for government workers whose salaries are paid by the Controller and Accountant General's Department. Now, these workers can apply for a loan of up to 150,000 cedis for all their pressing needs. It's called the First Atlantic Bank Payroll Loan.
Yeah, man.
Just dial *442*30# or visit any First Atlantic Bank branch near you to enjoy the lowest rates. First Atlantic Bank, refreshing.
I want to say good morning to Ni Amponsa Queen. Ni Amponsa. He works at First Atlantic Bank.
He's a big man.
Yeah, he used to be in events at Citi.
Yeah.
He's a correct guy. But the people say I shouldn't talk about their building. I should talk about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Hey!
They say they don't want this Botiano matter.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
They say Bernard.
They want us to talk about.
Bernard, talk about the Wu-Tang Clan, please.
The Wu. Enter the 36 chamber.
Go for me and Sky. We are not that good in this, so we are just taking it. But it's be like, do you know Wu-Tang Clan?
The Wu-Tang Clan have moved from hardcore music to films. Razor.
Oh, they are into movies now.
Oh, yeah,
Razor.
like they're good.
Jizza.
Where did they get their names from? Where did they get their
Method Man?
The Wu-Tang Clan.
So it said
ODB.
ODB.
I can't say what ODB stands on radio.
The late ODB.
Now you are making me think.
So again, like
Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface Killer. They are from New York.
Got a foot bro for some.
They are from New York. And they also group, very conscious rap, very interesting group, right? And of course, leader is Reza. He's a producer.
What's their most popular song?
They have a lot of them. For the rap heads, the popular song is not popular in terms of everybody knows, but the rap heads know Triumph, Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me. That's it. So they call it Cream. Songs like
Why are they
Triumph.
called the Wu-Tang Clan?
Because all of them are kung fu heads. All of them grew up watching kung fu movies. And so they kind of but they adapted, got it right? They adapted the name from the Wu-Tang or the Wu-Dang or whatever. Yeah. If you listen to some of their songs, you find snippets from Chinese movies and things. Those are influence.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
The Wu-Tang Clan, yeah. They have a lovely W sign and things, yeah. Even their first album was named after that Chinese movie, Enter the 36 Chambers.
A movie called
36 Chambers
the 36 Chambers of Shaolin. So they named their first album Enter the 36 Chambers.
What did you do with our childhood? Sky, what did you do? Music, we don't know. Movie, we don't know. Only thing we know is football. Hey! Enter the 36 Chambers of Shaolin.
Thank you.
So the movie was 36 Chambers of Shaolin, starring Gordon Liu, right? Godfred. Gordon Liu.
Hey,
Gordon Liu was.
They know they're starring.
I was watching him recently on TV. So a lot of the Wu-Tang Clan members, they grew up watching these Chinese movies and they liked it.
Yeah, but you know the Chinese movie. Why do they do? Then you do.
Like and they start to fight.
But actually, the thing was that it was the dubbing.
It was the VO, the voiceovers.
Yes, it was the VO dubbing.
Well, it was in Chinese, eh?
Yeah, most of the.
So the English was.
It would be in Cantonese if it was coming from the Guangzhou area, which
you
was.
Killed my mother yesterday.
The I
remember.
Shaw Brothers production. No, but those films were light on dialogue.
Yeah,
heavy on action.
Why are they always fighting?
Always fighting.
But that's why we enjoy.
What are they fighting for?
No, you see, if you looked at most of the storylines of those films, they dealt with themes of honor, of patriotism,
heroism.
You know, so
overcoming the
odds. So it wasn't just, and it was also propagation of culture, which was kung fu. You know, in its different forms.
Yeah.
So you might enjoy it as just this, but for
the one that they fight plenty people and they are like the one they talk like they are fighting, it's like they are dancing. Then you jump.
Yeah, because it's choreographed.
Then the guy would like just take a gun and shoot the guy.
No, because in their culture, you do not settle disputes with guns.
Charlie, why do you have to jump high and then keep? Yeah,
that's it. An element of entertainment, you know, with the wire rigging.
And then the other one person fighting 10 people. It's like some guy is on champion big cup, then he's fighting. Then we do.
I like that.
Yeah, but that's it. They are fun stuff.
So the Wu-Tang Clan, they like kung fu music.
Yes.
And they like the principles of Chinese and Eastern philosophy, basically.
Which is why they. By the way, who sang Everybody Likes Kung Fu Fighting? We played a lot.
Carl Douglas.
Was it in the.
Carl Douglas 70s.
70s
okay. Disco.
That was a nice song, actually.
Yeah. And he actually has another song called Dance the Kung Fu.
Oh, there's a Kung Fu guy.
Yeah, he didn't like dancing. He liked Kung Fu.
I think there was a period in the 70s and 80s where Kung Fu, although B-rated movies, were very popular in the cinema industry. They kept the cinema industry alive. Like even if you come to Ghana, if you went to Gaskia, if you went to you'd see the artwork. You see the art, they'll paint the thing at the Gaskia cinema.
And God,
King Solomon, Roxy,
Rex Cinema. I have a question for you. Somebody says, Bernard, since you guys are discussing music now, what is the latest on the Manche Obrafo versus Drake? The $10 million, we need it pounds. Please, is that matter?
Well, we don't know. We don't know what that.
The thing is in court.
Put a reporter on it. It's a very important story for me because when that $10 million comes, I'll go and meet Obrafo at the airport.
What I think we need to do is find out which
of the courts
is hearing it, and it will be easy to follow.
Because we need the $10 million pound.
Yeah, because last week we were busy following the Ed Sheeran
and James Brown.
Yes. No, it wasn't James Brown.
Marvin Gaye family. Why? And Common Sense prevailed.
What song was that?
Thinking Out Loud. So the contest was that it was from one of the co-writers of Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On.
Let's Get It On.
And their allegation was that Ed Sheeran's song was structure-wise was similar.
Yeah.
And so
There's
they said
portion.
Yes, a portion. They said
so. What did the court say?
So the court. So Ed Sheeran said, "Listen, what you are saying, the building blocks of my song the chords. Let me see. Say the chords are common chords. If
So
you
it's not-
listen
it's
to
not-
it, it's not like you can't sit there
it's
and
not
say,
proprietary?
yes, you can't say, oh, I own these chords. These are songs. A lot of songs have the
didn't
same
use your words.
structure. I didn't use your words, and we cooked it nicely in my kitchen with my co-writer. So back and forth, the jury said, listen, this claim some way.
But you know what the thing about judicial? So the judge has to. It's a jury, not a judge. So would the jury have to have music people on it?
Ed Sheeran actually played. He had a guitar there, and he played his song
In the jury for the jury.
and he played.
He's
let's-
to explain it to them.
to explain. So he played
Progressions.
the progression of the
Wow.
song, and then he played Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On," and then the people on there prosecuting said, look, he's even mixed the two songs. Ed Sheeran said, I can play you 10 songs in
Wow.
using the same chord structure. So it's nothing.
So he won the case.
Yes.
Yeah, it was considered a big case. Even though there have been other cases. You remember
Bloodlines.
we did a show last 2 weeks
But I
ago
hope it
where
won't
people were
affect
saying-
our case.
No.
Our case is very.
No, our case, dear, we Charlie.
But for creatives, the Ed Sheeran case was a big one for them because
means what?
Yeah, but
you enjoy yourself into that theory.
How you bad? Oh, bravo! The way I dey play music for you, that 10 million campa, Charlie.
Bravo one.
We have to Charlie.
He just needs a good lawyer.
there.
Who is his lawyer?
No,
He has
I
a
mean,
lawyer there.
He
The
needs
US.
a proper law.
US, yeah. Who Charlie? Who do giddy
Not
giddy?
tie
the
them.
galamsey lawyer.
Yeah,
tie
He
the
will
loose
go
ends.
before
Yeah.
you.
So forget proper lawyer who has done cases.
Because it's clear that Charlie, the man just picked the thing. And the fact that you even requested ahead of time.
No, Bradford didn't-
suggests
But if we,
that
but
you
if
know
we,
that
but if
he
we,
owns
if we pay the lawyer 1 million, we can keep the 9.
You think American lawyer will take 1 million? That's sky.
No,
If you get away with 5 million out of the 10, you are in luck.
What's the percentage? The issue is a percentage matter. Oh, Sky.
It's not
But he
straightforward
will
like that.
absorb certain costs.
It all depends on
Oh, Charlie,
whatever
10 million, we
agreement
need
that
at least. Charlie, the thing is not looking as attractive anymore.
Oh, you can.
The
You can
lawyers here, our lawyers here, they are joking.
They are not getting money.
Not that they
Hey,
are committed.
Sama.
What I'm saying. No, I'm telling you. In the UK, Sky will tell you, if you call your lawyer, you call your lawyer on phone,
Yes.
the first thing he will tell you is, give me a sec. He presses the
Billable
stopwatch.
hours. So as you are talking to him, he's calculating the time.
Yes!
Lord Panic.
Then they are going to
Manchester
charge you for
City
the
lawyer.
time you spend talking to them.
Hey, and again, you're from free interview, sir.
You know them.
All right, since you're on the music,
This one says, well done on your demystification of the myths in music. Did you do that? So I'm really enjoying the program, but discussing music without Whitney Houston and R. Kelly is like touring France without visiting the Eiffel Towers.
No, today we're talking about funk music and then some of the evolution. Yes. Bernard, you have made Sky quiet on this kind of songs. Please give him a minute to do bobo. Charlie, Sky, Charlie, they want to draw you in, but you don't be drawn into that. No, ignore him. Yeah. From the late 40s to 60s, R&B was considered the most popular music genre, but was often mixed and mistaken with rock and roll because of the predominant use of guitar and drums. The name Motown was taken from Motown Records in Detroit. This is Plaka. Achimota Jams Night was called Records Night. We have also been the house for popular music master Ken Kafu and CM Plaka. Okay. What about Chuck Berry, the pioneer and king of rock and roll? Let's show him some love. Who is Chuck Berry?
He was also popular back then.
Me, I don't know him.
Yeah.
Chuck, do you know Chuck Berry?
No.
Miss Chuck Norris, I know. By the way, who is the best action hero? Since we're on the...
This is not fair.
That's not fair.
No, let's be on the... So I'm giving Rambo.
You mean Sylvester Stallone?
Yes, Sylvester Stallone.
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Chuck Norris.
Steven Seagal.
They've all had periods.
No, who is the greatest?
No, that one there's tough.
You know how Marvel music can do, Marvel people can do and bring all the
Avengers assemble.
They bring everybody together. So if you had Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
They did the Expendables and had put them almost all of them together.
Did they fight against each other?
No, they were on the same team.
So which demon were they fighting? No, but seriously, who is the greatest action hero in the Western side? Because I'm sure the Eastern people have their own.
Jet Li and co.
Yes. But by the way, Bruce Lee versus this guy, Jackie Chan. Who is better?
Bruce Lee is seminal. You see, I told you, we had this conversation
icon.
about
Bruce Lee's an icon.
Transcending. Jackie Chan is almost iconic. I must
Jackie Chan also
iconic.
But Jackie Chan is also funny sometimes.
Yes, it's not funny sometimes. Jackie Chan changed the game. You see, the slapstick combination with martial arts.
It was new.
changed the
People
game
hadn't
because
seen it before.
That gave entry to greater markets. What
Okay.
he brought.
So it was more light.
Yes.
Yes.
But Bruce Lee is hardcore.
But you see, Bruce Lee
Bruce
inspired
Lee inspired
all
the
of them.
generation of martial
Okay,
arts.
so let's put that aside. I'm on the western side. Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Steven Seagal. Who else is there?
Seagal fell off quite.
There was a black guy too. I forget his name.
Seagal fell off quite.
Like which like I had a sustained run.
There was Carl Weathers back then. Action Jackson.
Yeah, so I'm saying who is the greatest?
Down there.
Well, I think
I'll go for Stallone.
You think Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, between Stallone and Schwarzenegger. A good case will be made.
Schwarzenegger had more like guns and power, like
action.
Yeah, but no,
We haven't stated
okay. In terms
action.
of like one on one.
No, but those two didn't do one.
They didn't
Like
do
one on one.
giddy sound.
No, who is the greatest action hero?
Yeah, I'm saying between.
We got a movie called The Last Action Hero.
That's even Schwarzenegger.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger is the greatest.
I would.
You go with Stallone.
I would go with Schwarzenegger.
You go with Schwarzenegger. Nathan.
Yeah, I think I go with Arnold.
I'll go with
I'll
Stallone.
go with
Why?
Arnold.
Stallone's level, I mean, they are rivals.
Charlie,
you know?
Stallone, eh?
But you see,
Rambo was good.
Charlie, not First Blood.
First blood.
Charlie, Rambo, they feed there some jungle where somebody from helicopter come. Rambo beat everybody.
But Schwarzenegger had
shoot them from the back.
two movies within that period. If for every Rambo there was that film, everybody started associating Commandos with the movie Commando.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, where he's painting the face.
Yeah, so-
We used to do that as kids.
Yes.
So in terms of the defining star will be Stallone.
For me, I think
Schwarzenegger.
I think Rambo changed the game as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
but
war movie.
Rambo was good, as was Commando. And then people forget Schwarzenegger did Predator.
Rambo starred in Commando.
No, he did it. Schwarzenegger did.
Schwarzenegger.
Commando. Commando was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stallone did Rambo, the Rambo
but
series.
It's Rambo. I was talking
If
about,
the
yeah.
two meet, who will win? That's the question
I think they
for the
have
day.
different
Styles.
different styles.
No, we have to bring them together to resolve that matter.
I think that-
No, we have to.
You see,
both
But
of
they
them
actually
didn't like
appeared
heavy
together
dialogue.
in
they
extended.
didn't like him.
No, we want them to fight. We don't want them to talk. We just want to bring the two of them and say, Charlie.
the whole idea of opening film up to the African American community is where you mention these names.
Yeah.
Because hitherto you had very Caucasian feature films, and even the series that they have, Steve Margaret's Hawaii Five-O, and
Madam P.I.
and then you
couldn't
have
relate.
no, even Hawaii Five-O was popular in Ghana,
Yeah.
and then the Saints,
Roger Moore.
and things like that. But when
Simon
it
Templar.
got to these guys,
Yeah.
mind you, this Bruce Lee thing we can't even ignore it because it was like a defining moment for film. Bruce Lee was American,
Yeah,
originally
Amer-
from Hong Kong, but American.
Okay.
And people forget that Bruce Lee died very early,
Yes. 74.
1973. He died in
73.
73.
So before we were even born, the guy was dead.
Yes.
So it gave him that.
I was
Hey,
watching Bruce Lee
the guy.
when I was in
Mortality.
primary school, and I thought that the man was
Alive.
sitting somewhere.
He was,
Yeah.
died
But
at
I-
age 30
I-
He was
something.
so influential.
So, but I wanted to push the Arnold Schwarzenegger Commando versus Rambo because I think that Rambo is better because
People are-
in English you can say they enter the building Rambo.
But it's like Commando style.
But people
When you are doing a story, you say in the Rambo style approach. So
But people are.
he has not found his way.
Samir Yafe and Co are pushing in
Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van
Jean-
Damme.
Hey,
Van
Van
Damme.
Damme, not kickboxing.
No, kickboxing. He was an action
It
star.
was an action
No,
star.
but Van Damme.
The early to
Let me show
late
you.
90s
No,
was Van Damme.
I went to watch. We have the cinema.
had a- you had a
we had a
period.
cinema in a place Madina called Sansi. So I met away his brother and myself. Some Saturday afternoon, we went to watch Lionheart.
Yeah.
And we paid money. We sat there nervously because we are not supposed to go to
Yeah.
Lionheart.
He was this French legend. It was called Leo.
Yeah.
His brother died and he came in to fight this
I
guy.
have to
And
confess,
you
went to
see-
watch the
underground.
And you see, a lot of the
Fighting
movies had that.
It's Wesley Snipes I was asking. The black guy who was in that guy.
Yeah, Snipes.
Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Wesley
Yeah,
Snipes. But I'm saying that if Rambo in his glory
Snipes'
and
performance
Commando in
in
his glory
Demolition
fight.
Man. It's one of the
It's
greatest.
these
Rambo
are-
for me.
So if I put Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger and I say, use anything, just fight, who will win? The people created the movie should just create some
Draw fights.
Charlie, it would be nice. Because it's a Rambo, it's a Rambo, and Rambo was fighting in strange places.
Is it?
That's that thing. Rambo, his killers were more evil than that.
What are you talking about? Arnold Schwarzenegger had to deal with Godfrey, the name of the other guy in T1000.
T1000.
The guy in Terminator 2.
Kilanku.
Robert Patrick. Kilalumi.
Bernard, I think you see.
No.
For some reason, they don't put them together.
They have to
against each other.
No, we have to make a demand for it. Like Messi versus Ronaldo.
Yes. They'll use stunt doubles all through.
They should settle this matter once and for all, so that we will know who is the best.
This is when we see them in action movies. We beg them, Charlie, what is this?
Sit down. Before
No, but you know Sylvester Stallone, Schwarzenegger went into politics. What does Sylvester do now?
Oh, it's just
Stallone. No, he's still in movies. Yeah, he did
and
that.
his voice.
Yeah, he's in production now. He has a show called King of Tulsa.
But I know why Rambo wins. His voice.
Yeah,
sounds.
Stallone.
No, I think what
who bought more?
Schwarzenegger was world bodybuilding champion.
What gave Rambo the advantage? Why are we saying Rambo? Sylvester
No,
Rambo is the name is Rambo.
The advantage was his ability to, at a point, cross over into a bit more serious film. Because if you watch a film like Rocky, Rocky 3, and Rocky 4,
Rocky 3 and Rocky 4, yeah.
Okay.
Rocky 4 was with Dolph Lundgren.
It wasn't all about them. It wasn't all about them fighting.
Yeah, he shifted to show a far more serious side to his skill set.
Yeah. And to add to that,
also very
serious, man.
Godfrey, and to add to that,
man is in the bush and killing people.
Godfrey, and to add to that, Stallone actually wrote Rocky.
Oh, he wrote
by himself.
So that's the kind of movie he wanted.
So initially, when he shopped it round to the movie, they said, "Charlie, this idea." So he decided to produce his own thing, and he wrote the script.
No, Charlie, Rambo is on the list.
Look, there's a message that confirms that in Ghana, people are thinking about more serious things than we are discussing. They say, please, let Sky do a ChatGPT review of Adome's message.
Or Henry from Finland.
Of whose message?
No,
the message, I didn't finish.
Please don't.
It's serious.
The things Kofi Adoma was saying to his wife in the message, I couldn't read it on air.
The next guy should do a ChatGPT analysis.
Yeah, he did one.
No, but I want to ask listeners, between Rambo and Commando, like let's settle this matter, because me and Sky will say Rambo. You say Commando, no, in Killers Be Bad.
Commando, no, Charlie, they do things.
Alumi and things.
In Predator, he was facing aliens.
Shit. Predator.
An invisible foe. A foe you cannot see. But he still won.
So okay, who dominated for a longer period in terms of their length of reign in
no, I still they are still.
So they are contemporaries.
Yes, they are still.
So it's like Messi and Ronaldo.
There's a new
show on Netflix that has Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger coming.
And Stallone has a really good show going, King of Tulsa on Paramount.
But why don't we have action heroes like that again?
No, but actually, if you watch Expendables...
No, I'm sorry. Now, who is the new Rambo?
No, we don't.
The form has changed.
Yeah, but why?
Because
we need people like that to inspire us.
There's evolution of film. I mean, the things that you have more of
this
the
Australian guy. What's his name?
You have Jason Statham.
No, not Statham.
You have The Rock.
Scott Atkins.
You have Scott Atkins.
Yeah, we are talking of
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, that be people.
John Wick.
We are looking at people who can fight with their hands and their brains and everything.
John Wick.
You see the Matrix.
The guy who did.
Have you seen John Wick?
You see what I'm saying is that
Tom Cruise is also there. Big action star.
The one they went to somewhere in the eastern part of the world to rescue some boy. What's his name?
Steven Seagal?
No, he must be from Australia. The very handsome chap.
Harrison Ford.
You mean Extraction?
Extraction. The guy who did that. He's something
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, the one with the Thor.
What I'm saying is that
Extraction is
when it comes to action hero.
Yeah.
When I mention Rambo, you know who he is.
Oh, Rambo, yeah.
When I mention Commando, but these days we don't know the guys.
You know The Rock. Don't you know The Rock?
Yeah, but I'm saying that they don't have the same iconic, or they cannot be replaced.
The Rock.
They cannot be replaced.
Somebody has even suggested Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Will Smith has done too many things.
Yeah.
So
he's not directly action.
Not directly action.
Will Smith has done too many things.
But he's done some good
these guys were the defining.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. That's why we have to settle that issue once and for all.
Why won't you add
Chuck Norris to the fight?
Yeah, Chuck
Norris will beat them all.
Because of
guy is actually one of the greatest martial artists ever.
Yeah.
So he would actually win.
Are you saying that those two guys were using stunts?
Yes. Chuck Norris can actually fight.
Chuck Norris can actually fight. Chuck Norris,
no, but you know ball like them.
Trained.
It's not about the ball. Chuck Norris was so good that Bruce Lee sought him out to play a villain
in the way of the dragon.
There had been a build-up that between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, who would win a fight.
So Chuck Norris was actually properly trained in it.
Yes, he was.
Chuck Norris was world karate champion for like 4 or 5 years.
Wow. This guy too, what's his name?
Steven Seagal. He's a Aikido.
He did Aikido.
So Chuck Norris versus Steven Seagal, who will win?
Charlie, that's a fight.
Go hard.
That's
some fights in the.
But who is the greatest villain of all time?
That one they had
in the movie side.
It depends. I mean, each because you
still Killer Lumis miles ahead.
Another legendary villain is
Killer Lumis.
The guy in the Chinese movies with the white beard.
Chuck Norris was originally an Air Force officer.
Hey, then the guy, he be proper guy, eh?
He was originally.
So the acting thing was later in his life, eh?
Yes, because he did the martial arts thing, and then he did another form of martial arts which comes from Brazil. They have a Brazilian martial art.
Capoeira.
Yeah.
Oh, then Chuck Norris be main guy.
No,
he's diversified.
He's a proper teacher.
So who is the best killer?
I say Killer Alumi.
I say Bolo Yang. That's who the person.
Do you know Bolo Yang? Bolo Yang doesn't say anything in the book. Bolo Yang is the Chinese Hercules. Do you know Chinese Hercules? Yes, I'll come and shake his for.
How about the one with the white hair? The one with the white hair,
the white beard. Yeah,
white beard.
In the Chinese
Killer Sala.
Asala.
Killer Sala.
He's a hard guy.
I won't come on my shirt.
Killer Sala. If you watch Born Invisible, you will get Killer Sala.
The greatest.
There was this
killer of all time.
Cinema hall where the Kaneshie market is. I forget the name. There used to be a cinema hall. We used to run away from Kolebu
to go and watch the thing.
It's in there.
Where they build the Kaneshie market.
Go there.
No, Charlie. Or you go to Kolegon. Ofe Cinema.
Do I have any votes on the Commando versus Rambo thing to settle that matter for me before we
Commando versus Rambo? Who?
Well, I mean,
this guy, they will say Rambo.
Rambo.
Let me see. Rambo be challenged.
Rambo. I mean, if you watch him recently in Expendables, he's still top. I mean, the action sequence that you see. Oh man, Charlie. When they break somebody's head, neck, you hear it crack.
The kids of today, they are talking about Avengers and these kind of things.
But the Avengers are not strong, eh?
No, Charlie, they are using superpowers that they have Loki and things coming to do some things. We are talking about Charlie Brown.
That's right.
Yeah, not Charlie, not people who have like
somebody has said, they said orbit cinema. I don't know if someone can.
So Thor will hold his hammer and that's not power.
Rambo.
What?
It's a new one, no.
Somebody says orbit. Is it orbit cinema?
Yeah, orbit. Yes.
Somebody says
orbit cinema. Yeah,
orbit cinema.
Everything was orbit cinema. Okay, somebody says the best killer is Dolph Lundgren in Universal Soldier.
Universal Soldier 1.
Dolph Lundgren in Universal.
We didn't know their real names.
We just knew the killers.
All we know is that Asra.
No, but you laugh small.
But this is a good vote. Dolph Lundgren in Universal Soldier was a serious killer.
Good.
The Dolph Lundgren was great.
Oh, the meat pie has been presented. So I want to.
They're presenting the meat pie live already.
I threatened my boss that if he doesn't supply meat pie,
they will resign.
The better
so Sames has bought meat pie that we will do party. So Nate, I want you to give me some of the. Okay, but how good was Wesley Snipes?
Oh no, he was also.
The Snipes is good.
Yeah.
One of the best villain performances I've ever seen was Wesley Snipes playing Simon Phoenix in Demolition Man. Like, he was just crazy.
Killed it.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is a solid guy.
Taxi issues caught up with him when his star was high.
So Kwesi from Nasuma says his best action hero is Jet Li.
Jet Li.
That's the best action.
Amos Dominion says there's this black guy called Blade. Well, that's Wesley Snipes. He did the
There was a guy called Tompo.
Yeah.
He did something with Van Damme.
Kickboxer.
If I told you, if I told you he was Moroccan, would you believe me?
Tompo is Moroccan.
Yeah, he's Moroccan.
But you see the series.
He's Moroccan, born in Belgium.
Oh, Charlie, Van Damme, they try everything.
Which is very regular among the
guy who played Tompo.
Tompo.
Yes.
Yeah, it was solid guy.
King of the Kickboxers.
So that's King of the Kickboxers. King of the
King of the
Kickboxers is Billy
Kickboxers
Blanks
is Billy Blanks.
and Lauren Avedon.
So Tom Poe was which of the
Kickboxer with Van Damme.
Kickboxer,
Yes.
Van Damme, okay.
Long hair. All right, this one says Killer Salah hits you and we hear the sound 5 seconds later.
Who is that?
Hard guy. This one, okay.
But you have to go into the mind of those who create the villains and how they.
You know, the bit about the Chinese movies that I find
it's
fun.
Blowman and Killer.
Forget it.
What is villain too? I was a bit confused.
So which is the best killer?
But why is it Blowman? But why is it Blowman?
He didn't get the last blow. The final blow that will finish everything.
But why do they call the bad guy the killer?
Why is the killer?
They do bad things. So
They kill people.
So Charlie, when you go to Oxford, you know Oxford Cinema?
Who is the killer?
Oxford Cinema is at Newtown. They have a local version of Killer Sla. Some guy with poverty just deal with that way. It is say be big man.
The other question I have is, you know there was a main pastime of buying movies. So like you go to the cinema, we know if you go.
Oh, yes.
Then you come and now buy the movie to the people.
The next day.
It was a major thing.
Those of us who were in boarding school, primary school boarding school, it was one of the Saturday evening things that you have to come and talk about.
Yeah, because buy the movie.
Oh yeah. Add a few.
Then someone will be adding the lines.
You had 5 Shaolin masters.
Hey, that's a classic.
Those
say,
are Alexander
let
Fushen
AI
and his brothers.
Yes.
let AI analyze the issue for us.
Rambo and something.
Rambo versus
All right.
I'm pushing you too much.
Okay, so people are dropping Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who's also Belgian, by the way.
Okay.
This one says, maybe you guys have forgotten Jean-Claude Van Damme, man, match, action. But we've mentioned Van Damme.
So where do Clint Eastwood and Harrison Ford fall in this conversation?
Oh, those are
American people.
The American
people.
America.
While we are at it, we forgot that the Indian ones.
Cholet.
but I think Clint Eastwood is important for the Western genre.
Oh yeah.
Of
the cowboy
the cowboy flicks. Yeah. You know, the spaghetti flicks, as they called it back in the day.
What about Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson is
okay, but it's because of the Taking series.
I like him.
But Liam Neeson is not that about movies.
Oh, Liam Neeson!
Taking brought him to the fore.
Taking
hard guy.
Yeah, then he did the 18.
The UK. Right?
Yeah.
No, me, I want Ama Agba and Tony.
Ama Agba Anthony. Oh, Charlie. Then the one that killed it all, Aloski. Look, everybody should go back and watch Najin. Go and watch Najin. Snake Girl.
On music day inside, where Super Odi take do his own song. He say, Badi Kobo, Badi Fula.
Who is the Winter Soldier? Okay, let me read this message for you. Chuck Norris is the most ruthless killing gang were the bad guys in black mask. Those guys could cut their hands to chase you. The baddest killer was the Winter Soldier. I don't know who the Winter Soldier is.
It's one of the Marvel guys.
Okay.
Aloski says she doesn't rate the Marvel killers.
And Schwarzenegger was also in Conan the Barbarian.
Yes, and Conan the
More
Destroyer.
diverse killers.
And he was the other star in the Red Sonja.
Which one is Yo Bruna?
No, that one.
Somebody sent that to
Yo,
me.
bro. Maybe not spelling it well. Maybe you're not spelling it well. Okay.
No, Yo Bruna starred.
Yo Bruna is in Moses. The one who played Ramses in Moses.
Oh, the Sakura guy.
With Charlton Heston.
Oh, Charlie,
this is in the 50s, oh.
The 50s and 60s.
50s and
But he was a
60s,
star because as soon as I mentioned the person is older than him.
The Ramses guy.
Another popular Indian movie.
Which one?
Yadonki Barat.
Charlie, but for the new babies, they're Charlie, they were Bahubali.
Thank you.
Charlie, then the life for the film inside. Charlie Baloski, this one says, Nino Black, he says, he's talking about Bolognese. He says they call him Aigbe Ofoli. AKA. So the nicknames are one. So we used to call him Chinese Hercules. Because there was actually a film called Chinese Hercules that he started. And there's Aigbe Ofoli. AKA Chinese Poto.
Chinese Pluto. Yeah.
Charlie, we need to do a proper analysis of this thing. Then you do ChatGPT.
Analysis of the
because
people.
We have to rank the people.
Then rank them properly.
I'm telling you, because they've done well in helping us grow.
Oh yeah.
To see the way the world works.
That's right.
Ballers and things.
So this one has come from the House of Parliament. They have postponed my man's thing. He's sending me messages. He says that for him, his best is Steven Seagal. And nobody like Steven Seagal is his man. He says he will not let you down. He doesn't lose fight.
But what is that?
He says Steven Seagal doesn't lose fight. No. Steven Seagal will not. If you fight Steven Seagal and you touch him, problem.
Somebody has sent
and
me.
He says Amitav Bachnan. It's his man.
Amitabh Bachnan.
In the Indian film.
He's an Indian guy. Somebody sent me a picture of Sylvester Stallone, age 70, and Schwarzenegger, age 69. Charlie, the way they boy.
People will just
Charlie.
The way then they hem with the stomach.
but how man people born like this?
Stallone has some swagger, the way they walk.
Yeah, Stallone there.
Kofi Akpabli says Chuck Norris is a big fan of Azuma Nelson.
Is it?
Wow, I can imagine.
Yeah, because Azuma is a real deal.
Yeah, he's a proper fighter.
No, Azuma is.
He be serious.
He's a senior guy.
Yeah.
And I watched a documentary, something about the American Air Force. That's when I got to know that he was the original Air Force person.
I wish that he went to do the Delta Force. No, do you know?
I have an answer for you guys. ChatGPT's response to Commando versus Rambo.
Okay, give it to me.
Ultimately, the outcome of a hypothetical fight between these two movie characters may depend on the scenario, the environment, the weapons available, and the motivation of each fighter. It may also be influenced by personal preference and opinions. Some people may argue that Rambo is a more realistic and complex character than Commando, while others may disagree and favor Commando for its fun and over-the-top style. Then second one, Stallone, as Rambo, has more experience in fighting in different environments and situations, such as jungles, deserts, mountains, urban areas. He also has a higher level of stealth and strategy. He often uses traps, ambushes, and guerrilla tactics.
It's called Akpa.
What if it is a trap?
To overcome his enemies. He is skilled with various weapons such as knives, bows, explosives, and guns. However, he may not be as physically strong or resilient as Schwarzenegger, or as charismatic or humorous. Schwarzenegger as Commando has more strength, endurance, as he can survive falls, crashes, explosions, and bullets with minimal damage. He also has more charisma and humor, and he delivers witty one-liners and quips throughout his missions. He's proficient in various weapons, such as guns, rockets, grenades, and flamethrowers. However, he may not be as stealthy or strategic as Stallone, as an adaptable or experienced. Charlie, this is serious analysis.
But they sound like some post-tabi way they Ghana. It's dicey. If MPP doesn't win, NDC will win.
No, but this is a serious thing. So Stallone, for me, what makes Stallone win is the various environments.
Yeah, that's right.
The setting of his movies are very diverse. So Charlie,
no, better you should watch his new set, The Expendables. The action in those. Charlie,
does it take you back to the good old days?
Oh yeah. Yes, it does. I mean, serious action. Yeah, I mean, and they brought together some of the finest action stars.
They put the old boys together.
Yeah, I think at some point Van Damme was one of the killer.
Yes, he played the bad guy.
Bad guy.
Yeah, he was the killer. Since today we are using
killer.
And Dolph Lundgren sold them out.
Yes,
trade them.
So, and Schwarzenegger is originally Austrian.
Yes, from Austria. Yes.
But Stallone is
Italian. He's of Italian descent.
Charlie, will resolve the matter when we come back. Stay tuned.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Bet365 is now officially available in Ghana. When you place a pre-match multi-bet on football, you go get bonus up to 70% to your winnings if your bet is successful. You can choose from markets like full-time results and both teams to score, from selected competitions including the Premier League, Champions League, and much more. Get this great offer when you visit the official site at bet365.com.gh. Over 18s only. Terms and conditions apply. Please gamble responsibly.
Mosquitoes come through your door, kill it, we'll kill them for sure. Kill it, we'll kill them for sure. Kill it, insecticide spray, kill it, mosquito call. Anywhere them day, we've got kill it today. Intuntum nentefre, kill it. Wow, kill it. Mosquitoes and insects. Kill it. So they come there, yeah. Kill it.
Have you heard? Kill It is back and available nationwide at all shopping outlets. Buy what kills mosquitoes, cockroaches, and all flying and crawling insects. Use Kill It Insecticide's strong and long-lasting formula that leaves a lingering sweet aroma. Buy Kill It Insecticide. Todiekum. This product is FDA approved.
Sweet, sweet mothers, how could we ever forget you? This year, on Mother's Day, we plan to do quite the festive opposite. What better way to show out for our beloved matriarchs than an entire evening dedicated to celebrating the phenomenon that is motherhood. Mama's boys and mama's girls, for all their love and sacrifices, here comes the ultimate Mother's Day gift. Picture this: a flavorous Ghanaian spread with countless mouth-watering treats, just like Mama's cooking. A glitzy dance floor serenaded by Mama's favorite tunes, just for Mama to boogie. And a stunningly intricate portrait of Mama, just to remind Mama how truly beautiful she is. Join us on Sunday, the 14th of May, 2023 at 4 p.m. for an enchanting evening of appreciation and enjoyment for our feminine support systems. The venue is at the City Gardens, number 5, Ola Hansen Lane, Tesano, and the rate is a cool 350 Ghana cedis. It's going to be an evening of Ghanaian food, dance, and the celebration of motherhood. So book now and secure a seat for Mama at the A Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner now. For more enquiries, call 020 5973973. The Portrait of Mama Mother's Day dinner is powered by Citi TV with support from Citi FM and is sponsored by Dano Milk and Tasty Tom and supported by the Juice Guy and Verve du Vernet.
In a world that's always moving, it's important to have a bank that shares your values and your spirit of perseverance. A bank that understands what it takes to succeed and is there to help you every step of the way. Whether starting a business, building a home, or planning for retirement, we're committed to providing you with the highest level of service and support. We understand the changing times and are ever ready to partner you. We accept your challenge and are ready to build tomorrow with you because our values of responsible, effective, and decisive, just like yours, have brought us success over the years. And we are committed to helping you achieve your goals today and tomorrow.
Forward together. Hisense is best known for all your electronic appliance needs, such as television, refrigerator, chest freezer, and air conditioners. But did you know we have laser television, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphones, sound systems, water dispenser, microwave, blender, rice cooker, kettle, iron, air fryer, just to mention a few. Hisense is the only electronic company in Ghana that gives you 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Visit any of our showrooms in Accra, also in Tema, Kumasi, Takrade, Takwa, Mankesim, Obuasi, Sunyani, Techima, Tamale, Hohoi, Kofodia to purchase any Hisense product at the best price. Hisense means best quality, best durability, best for energy efficiency, best for affordability, best for style, and best for technology. You can always get in touch on 0302 550000 or go to www.hisense.com.gh. We're also available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Hisense Ghana. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Alright, so time check is 5 minutes. I have a last question for you guys. Last question.
Oh.
Last question.
Let me hear you.
ChatGPT has solved the problem, but which of the James Bond movies is the best And who is the best James Bond actor?
I like the last James Bond movie. I think it's fantastic. It represents everything.
This is
No Time to Die.
Yeah,
This is Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig, and I like Daniel Craig. I think
he's your best James Bond?
I think he's my best James Bond. I was leaning heavily towards Sean Connery for a very long time, but I think Daniel Craig, when he was given the role, everybody was like, some way. But
the James Bond.
Why do you like? Is it because of the grit and the
He
human?
bought too much.
No, it not be that, but he went through phases.
Because James Bond is not supposed to be too much.
But if you follow the storylines,
okay,
Daniel Craig is a representation of Bond pre him being suave.
Okay.
So even normally, the way he likes his martini, shaking, not stirred. If you watch the first Daniel Craig James Bond,
Casino Royale,
that is when he was actually saying, okay, give me this, give me that. And then eventually somebody told him, okay, put this together, it will make more sense. So he was figuring himself out. And it ends in No Time to Die, where
No Time to Die was solid.
You know, like he's this broken, like he's not superhuman. You understand? He's not
So for you, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig is my guy.
The James Bond I watched a lot was Roger Moore. So he's very British.
Yeah.
What about you? Who is the best James Bond actor?
I'll have to go with Roger Moore, even though I agree completely with Godfred's analysis on Craig. What I liked about Craig, like he said, when you watch the series or the span of James Bond movies Roger Moore starred in, it almost made him look almost godlike, almost flawless. Nothing could phase him, that kind of thing. And then you see Daniel Craig, who's more human, just like us. He goes through emotions. But I like Roger Moore because of his lineness, his one line, just the witty nature of some of the things he says were brilliant.
And he wasn't that baller too.
No. He was,
the idea of James Bond being.
Why did he like him like that?
Yeah, no, Ngome can explain.
Why they liked him?
Why did they like him?
It's the hazard of the job.
What do you mean they liked him? People don't understand.
It's well understood.
It's not 10 o'clock.
How did Pierce Brosnan do as a James Bond?
He did very well.
He did very well.
He did.
Because you see, when he did GoldenEye in '95, the James Bond movies hadn't been shot since A View to a Kill.
Yeah.
He gave it life.
So there was a bit of a gap.
Yes, he gave it life and got people interested again in the Roger Moore
How
series.
good was Sean Connery as a James Bond?
Also good.
Sean Connery is good.
He started all of them.
But who's your favorite actor of all time?
Hey.
Your favorite actor?
Just generally?
Okay. Who's your favorite actor in the movie that you say this guy did it? So he acted the movie well, an actor that did the movie well.
2 films.
So I'll give you an example. Like for me, when you see Gladiator and you see this
I love Gladiator.
Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah,
Russell Crowe did Gladiator in a way that nobody else could.
Yeah.
All right.
I have 2 movies on that list.
Yeah.
First one is Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks.
Forrest Gump.
Yes. And then Bruce Willis, Armageddon.
Bruce Willis, Armageddon. Nathan, your repertoire of movies is also very big, so I don't know.
Wow.
An actor who you can say in a movie did what like best performance for you.
I've mentioned it once on the show. I'll mention it again. Wesley Snipes as Simon Phoenix in Demolition Man. I have never seen anybody play a bad guy so well. Yeah. Hey. No. Like when I watch, I know this guy. It's not like he's evil. It's just how he carries himself, his goofy nature, but a very dark, sinister mind.
He's a bad man.
Yeah. And then I liked John Travolta. John Travolta and Nicolas Cage in Face Off. The two of them.
Yes. No. I mean, you know the funny thing? That movie confused me because when you watch the movie initially, one is the good guy, one is the bad guy. So my mind couldn't. I couldn't change my mind about who was the bad guy.
Luckily, I watched Face Off many years after it came out. So by the time I saw it, I knew.
Yeah. So it was very weird. Travolta started as the good guy. Became the bad guy.
Yeah, face
transplant. You didn't know who was.
Yeah, it was face transplant.
Yeah, so it was confusing. Yeah. So and you are saying Travolta was.
Yes, I thought Travolta did.
Yeah, Travolta was.
I love Travolta in Phenomenon.
Travolta was great in Broken Arrow too.
So who's your favorite actor in a movie you like?
It's a very difficult one, but I would. That's difficult.
But
I would for Shaggy reasons go with Jet Li. in Fearless.
I can have a conversation with you for 10 hours.
Or maybe in Once Upon a Time.
Let me read a few for you. Mauli Sikata says,
bodyguard from Beijing.
A few suggestions. Al Pacino in The Godfather, according to Mauli.
Yeah, those are classics, you know.
Emmanuel Seram Duku says Ray Jamie Foxx was a good one.
He killed it.
Denzel Washington, Al Pacino. Denzel is awesome. We'll talk about Denzel one day.
He has range.
Yes, you're right. In terms of best actor range, because when Denzel does a villain, you hate him.
Training Day.
Denzel is wild though. He can be a good husband, a pastor. No, Denzel is when he acts a bad guy, he looks evil.
Yeah,
Denzel is great. And then
Fifth House was also a great movie.
A few more recommendations.
That's a good choice.
Anthony Hopkins,
Mel Gibson,
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs.
As Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, as Hannibal Lecter. And then, look, maybe another day we'll do more.
No, the comments are just...
Give me more.
Too many comments to read, Bernard. Maybe tomorrow we'll continue. Let's go and think about the question.
Yeah.
A straight fight between Commando and...
No, but Rambo has won. Rambo won. Because the guy said Rambo can fight in more diverse... Yes. So Rambo has won.
Charlie, which is your greatest actor?
Bernard, please, the meat by wait for me.
Which is your greatest?
Please, thank you for listening. Let the arguments continue in the office and at home. My name is Bernard Avle. I did the show with the whole team. Samen, Sky, Godfred, Nathan, and even Apioko. And Caleb Kuda has the news at 10. Caleb, take it up.
Coming up, NDC presidential hopeful Dr. Kwabena Dufo files interlocutory injunction against the party's presidential and parliamentary primaries this Saturday. And Member of Parliament for Asante